How many technical difficulties can we have? But we are back again.
Let's try another.
We left that last one talking about somebody dying.
Folks at that hook.
We back.
Adam Lanza's parents.
Adam Lanza's parents, yep.
We did.
Oh, well, allegedly.
Allegedly, it's right, but I mean, I guess because I haven't seen them, I don't know them. I've never known them. I'm never gonna go to their fucking grave sites. I'm never gonna dig up their fucking bodies and do the DNA analysis. So I guess I'll never know.
Telling everybody we're back.
Man, I say fuck the whole Destiny thing. Let's just do the talk.
Just do it.
Yeah. Let's just do it on YouTube or whatever, however it is that's what you do. But for now, I say let's forget about the game so we can refine it.
Refine the whole look.
Yeah.
The whole
Sure. Then we could do
ding dang diddly.
We could do Street Fighter. Then whenever we're like outside taking a smoke break, we could put on the fish tank or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just something eye pleasing to the eye.
Yeah.
Just to keep our guys there, your guys there, and happy.
I feel you on that.
Yeah.
That's that there is an idea. See,
You like
look.
that? You like that?
Not my flat Earth Team Powerland. You see, look, this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. We got.
Are you on?
Yeah. You see, Andres, I had to change it. I got to keep going and switching up. Man, this guy Math Powerland is just splitting the community apart. Now he's got this whole thing, Team Powerland. Come
No.
on, man.
How about don't pay attention to him? How about just leave him? I mean, he already seems like he is not on the side of knowledge, of truth.
That's a very
So leave him.
good point you got there.
So just leave him. How's that? Just don't listen to him anymore. Don't click on his videos or anything like that, because then he's gonna get views for that, and then he's gonna. I mean, I've seen his videos.
It's important though to discuss because that is a person that put a lot of people on to flat Earth, and
I don't think it matters at this point.
but it's important though because when people pay homage to Math Powerland and if someone was to go to look at Math Powerland today, they're gonna find a bunch of fucking nut house bullshit.
Okay, how about
They're not gonna find the really good shit of what drew people to him in the first place.
Okay, so how about me? I'm a perfect example of that. When I wanted to get into more, listening, you put me on to Matt Powerland.
Mhm.
You put me on to one of his videos. But then I watched it, and I couldn't watch it for very long.
Mhm.
And it was just a bunch of garbage because it was the one you can, I don't know, put a link to it or whatever you want to, or describe which one it was.
It's on the NASA channel on YouTube.
Mm.
If you Google or if you in the search bar on YouTube and look the NASA channel, he actually owns it.
Okay, so there that is. But to me, it was just a bunch of fucking garbage. He spoke for it was like a 20-minute long video, but he spoke for, I would have to say, not even 3 minutes
Mhm.
about anything I wanted to hear.
Mhm.
So I turned it off. I had to. I turned it off. Didn't want to hear it anymore because it was just a bunch of him about how me. I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that, and you can't do this, and you can't. So already to me that's okay, so I'm excluded because of what? What did I do? I wasn't there first, or I didn't listen to you first, so now I'm garbage or something like that.
Yeah.
So no, thank you, Math Powerland. I mean, if everything you say is true and you started everything, thank you, but you ain't continuing it. That's
Yeah.
for sure, because you're only muddying the water.
Yeah, you're doing us a disservice by
pissing
all
me
this
off.
fucking bullshit that's not
I can sit there.
part of the flat Earth, but there is really good shit. And yes, Andres, I will send you that link, and you are gonna be the first moderator of the channel. Welcome. You have your wrench.
Okay, I can look at Matt Powerland right now and be like, yo, do I want to hear a fucking 60-minute drum bongo session?
Hmm.
Or do I want to fucking hear the truth? Fuck Matt Powerland. He's
Yeah.
fucking lame. And I can say that as a new person who just came into wanting to know this because I looked at Matt Powerland first because I thought he would have something to say. But he only talks about how I did this first. So you know what? Fuck that. I'm not spending any more fucking time listening or looking at his videos anymore. Because to me it's just like why? Why do I want to listen to him or look at him in this t-shirt talking about how he did it first? No thanks.
You can't lie though. Them belief gates were good.
The
Hey, I
belief-
just dropped the link in there,
That was the
Andres. If you
30
go there, go to that link, and it's man. You see, this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. You got to go to like the 5 minute marker, like 5.5 minutes to skip past
Nope.
the
not
jam
gonna-
session,
Okay, not gonna work.
and that's when the good information starts.
Not gonna work for me, Joe
But this
Plumber.
is how, look, Toon, if you're investigating something, you have to investigate thoroughly. Thoroughly investigate. That means you got to get past the bullshit to find the good meat behind it.
Okay, I'm gonna present that same question to you in reverse. You want to get to the bottom of it. Are you gonna listen to fucking this guy bang on a bongo for 5 minutes? Are you gonna keep switching back and forth to find which 3 minutes out of 20 it is that has the real meat?
That's a good.
No, you're not. No, look, if I switch it to you right now, I'm already getting. Why do I want to listen to Matt Powerland for 20 minutes?
Well, if you
Bang on a bongo, talk about Neil deGrasse Hole.
Neil deGrasse Hole.
Come on. If you're into this already, Neil deGrasse Hole should already be fucking way behind you. And fuck it. If he's not, then you shouldn't be hearing Matt Powerland fucking sing a song about him because that shit does not do any service to anything. Hearing a stupid song about this shit?
Yeah.
Come on, Matty.
Well,
I'm gonna call him Matty.
look, this is. You gotta. Another thing to understand though is music. Though you can send a message in music, and especially if there was music geared towards flat Earth itself.
Okay, what if the only music geared toward flat Earth right now was made by Matthew and it was dumb? Did you listen to it?
Fuck.
So it goes both ways. You're either getting it or you're not.
Hey, I heard a flat Earth song today, and that shit was actually fucking jamming.
See, and is that on fucking YouTube? If you put on flat Earth, where are you gonna get Matthew?
No, I don't think so.
You're not gonna get that song, whatever song you heard.
You will though. The flappening is happening.
The flappening?
The flappening.
The fuck is the flappening? What is the flappening?
The flappening is basically the takeover. Where the flappening is going to be an event that occurs where a lot of 24/7 live streams are going to go on, and they're going to keep broadcasting. It's going to be the best information that we have, and we're going to draw people's attention to it. We're going to go
With the
media.
rocket?
We're going to go. No, this is not the rocket. This is happening this month. That's happening this month. The rocket's next month.
See, you already got the rocket going up.
Mhm.
You've got these media campaigns. And as a skeptic, I mean, I don't want to call myself a skeptic,
Mhm.
but because I do kind of believe, to be honest, I mean, I do believe that they lie to us on a daily basis. But if the fucking rocket's going up in 2 months and these media campaigns are going up in 1, nobody gives a shit about the rocket.
Mhm.
Why would anybody give a shit about the fucking media campaigns? You're saying that.
Actually, the rocket is going to be covered. The rocket is going to be a record-breaking rocket.
Okay, but
And it's going to be covered by
by whom?
a lot of mainstream media. I know for sure BBC is going to be there.
Oh, BBC, great for us because we live in America.
Okay, well, it's going to happen in America, though.
Okay, well, check me out. Look, I'm an American. Okay,
Mhm.
I voted. I aligned myself with a certain political affiliation.
Mhm.
I watch the news. Okay, I don't believe it, but I watch it because I want to know what's going. Okay, that already is itself is an oxymoron. But okay, so I mean, you're saying that there's going to be some kind of awakening, that everybody really is going to click on their
I'm not saying that it's going to be an awakening. I'm saying it's going to be an
or
infiltration.
awakening.
An infiltration. It's going to be where the people who are serious about the idea come to
And the idea of what?
broadcast it wider.
And the idea of what?
The flat Earth.
Okay. And
The idea of the flat Earth.
and to broadcast it to a wider audience.
A wider audience in a more severe fashion. Instead of like being,
Hey,
well, we're live. We're live right now. We're
It's-
live and we're talking and we're getting it done, but we're
in a
just one channel. And
in a more severe fashion. So instead of hey, think about this.
Mhm.
Hey, fucking believe this.
Nah, it's not gonna be like me saying, hey, think about this. It's more gonna be like everywhere you go, you're gonna see it. It's gonna be everywhere. The day whenever it's everywhere.
A fucking meme or some shit like that. Billboards. I mean, how do you do that? How do you do that? The only way that
Well,
I
the
can
internet-
see that you could do that, it would be really becoming part of the media and making TV shows and making movies where the Earth is flat. You know?
And that's something that we need also, man. We need to make a fucking flat Earth movie, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
We need this post globe. We need to think post globe.
That is beautiful. I love the way you just said that because that brings us on to our next point, which is the Ashlar and the introduction to the Ashlar, which basically the Ashlar is.
Rumble.
It's the fucking thing from. If anybody has seen, and if you haven't, go look.
Watch your back,
at
Guardian.
20.
No one else will.
2001: A Space Odyssey. It's a Stanley Kubrick movie, and it's based on a book by C. Clarke. So go and look. But there's just fucking for some reason there's this big
Lost the
huge
lead.
black stone. It's like a giant black pillar.
Yeah, it's like a big black monolith.
Yes. And it's huge and for some reason like I don't know, it's like worship. I don't know, they worship this thing. In the movie they have like this
It's like a
new
foreign entity that comes and then
lands on the Earth.
yeah.
Okay, and then like all the living species on Earth, like they all come to it and they like want to touch it and stuff. But it's known as the Ashlar.
And when they touch it, it gives them an idea.
It gives them an idea.
It gives them knowledge.
It gives them an idea past what they are.
Exactly.
They're fucking in the fucking movie. They touch it, well, they don't touch it. It doesn't show anything beyond that. But all it shows is like a bunch of it shows like if this thing was there in prehistoric Earth, and then like there's a bunch of monkeys and stuff that are all gathered around it and they're acting crazy. They're touching it and stuff, and that's basically all they show in the movie. But it represents something.
You're in the lead.
It represents. what is it?
Actually, when it's actually I don't know the movie, to be honest. I was hearing the story of it today,
It's
and
called
they
2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yeah.
It's directed by Stanley Kubrick. It's based off a book off of Arthur C. Clarke.
but when the monkey touches the ashlar,
The Ashlar.
when the monkey touches the ashlar, he goes from
Ashlar.
ashlar. When the monkey touches it, he goes from being just a regular monkey to making tools, to
You're
making
falling behind.
and using tools. He
Okay.
changes from this to that. He goes. It's like a step of evolution. The ashlar.
So the Ashlar represents a past.
Physical evolution.
Okay, so
A physical, like, I don't know. It's like a
doorway.
big. Yeah, it's like a doorway.
You touch it
It's-
and you can go to the next step.
Exactly.
To the next room. So you touch it and you have the. You know something. You know how to make a tool. Whatever. But the ashlar in itself is what it's an understanding. It's
Represents.
a physical representation of a passage from not knowing nothing to knowing something. No, the Ashlar on the movie screen was a physical object or whatever, but you're getting killed.
I'm getting fucking marked. This guy's pissing me off.
So the Ashlar is basically a physical picture that can show us and be like, yo, touch this and you're good. You learn. But really, it's like, I mean, it's a fucking movie. But the Ashlar is like, it's a thought, really. It's a thought breaking beyond that.
Exactly.
It's a thought of being an idiot. It's a thought of being someone who knows how to get.
The Ashlar, and imagine if when touching it for the first time, and it grants you a new piece of knowledge, that piece of knowledge is actually like a lie. It's a false. It's a fallacy. You know what I'm saying? It's not real. That it teaches you something and you know it in your head, and it gives you the idea, and you perform knowing that idea after that. But that idea that it teaches you is not real.
Okay, so let's think about like this, if we can, for a second. Okay, so the Ashlar is there.
Mm-hmm.
It's real. We can touch it, and when we touch it, we get a piece of knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
and that expands on our knowledge. Then we expand on our own, our own lives, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But you're saying that, and from what I understand is that whoever made the fucking Ashlar
Mm-hmm.
can have made it however they want.
Exactly.
So
Ammo
that you
inbound.
only get the knowledge that they wanted to give you in the very
You only get
beginning.
what they communicate
Okay,
to
so
you.
expand on that. What about a new Ashlar? Okay, so the Ashlar in the movie and in the book
Heavy ammo
was just
available.
giant,
5
black,
minutes remaining.
crystal. It was weird. It was just a weird fucking black thing, dude. It was like,
Kind of looks like black glass.
if you're looking at the video screen now, you can see all these walls. That is the Ashlar, except it is all black. And they touch it, these bunch of fucking monkeys touch it, and they turn into like, they get the knowledge.
They get the idea to use tools.
Okay, so the Ashlar as a symbol. You know,
And it's black.
and it's all black. And then it is onyx. It's like this crystalline black. It's kind of scary looking, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it is. It's a little like, I don't know. It's
And
like
then not-
ominous
Yeah, it's
type.
very ominous. And then whenever you see it in the movie, there's like all these monkeys jumping around, they're screaming. It's a scary scene.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, the Ashlar.
The Ashlar. It's man. This thing is a huge representation to the occult. I mean, just think about it. It's a huge black block.
Yeah.
They've almost
It's a
won.
huge representation to them. It means a lot to these people, whoever the fuck it is that conduct these activities. No, this is just me looking, and you know, it means a lot to these people and their numbers, and behind it, like 2001 in particular, you know, 9/11 2001
This all
in particular.
This all stems from Stanley Kubrick's movie, 2001: A Space Odyssey. This is all found in there, and it's also found in written form in the other two parts of 2001: Space Odyssey. So anybody who wants to go there and read any of those things,
Check
go
those out.
and look. Because anything
Do
else,
you could do a quick YouTube search about it. You know, I could even drop some of those in the description for y'all, so y'all don't even gotta go too far.
if it wasn't to me, I would say go and
Oh, my
obtain a
goodness.
copy or DVD and read it. I mean, there's nothing wrong sitting down and reading it for a little while. And the best thing to me about reading is that you can always go back. You can just read it again, read it again, read it again. So the Ashlar is there. It's this giant black block. And they touch it
Let the
and they
sting
get
of this
some
defeat
type of knowledge.
feed your fire.
They gain knowledge from the Ashlar.
The Ashlar.
The Ashlar is like, it's a symbol. It's a symbol of moving from one world to the next.
Okay, but simply a symbol.
Yeah,
it's
simply
not
a symbol.
Physical thing that we have to touch.
However, there is a physical Ashlar in New York.
Yeah. Okay. Talk to me about that.
Now, let me get the official name of this building real quick so we can say it on air.
Okay, so the Ashlar was a building. The Ashlar was a building. It is possibly still in New York, and apparently has played some part in the whole 9/11 tragedy. But we're gonna get more into that here in a second. But the Ashlar itself, I would recommend anybody go and just look it up. You know, see what it's about, see what you think about it, because I just heard about this today, and it's pretty fascinating to me.
It is. It's
And I had
fucking crazy.
I always remember that. I've never seen the movie 2001: A Space Odyssey, but I only remember that part. It's the only part I've ever been showed.
That's the only part I remember too. I remember seeing that block as a kid.
And they make references of it in TV and comedy all the time. It's a giant black block.
You know what? You can see it. You can see it in the 9/11 footage. It's right next to the trade centers. It's right next to it.
I've seen like The Simpsons make fun of it, where it's a giant TV remote where
Yep.
it falls, and then the monkeys are all fighting over it. That's
Yep.
the Ashlar.
That's it.
That's what it is.
It's the idea of moving from one thing to the next, one world to the next. And you know how the Simpsons are, man. Simpson is a fucking 33 right there.
Yeah, but Simpsons also too to me are run by Democrats. That's a whole different story. Maybe one day we'll get into that. Simpsons are. What's that guy? Castaneris or some shit like that?
I'm not
The guy
sure.
who made The Simpsons? Fuck that guy. Fuck Jeff Goldblum.
Tribute to C. Clark. Let's see if that pulls it up.
I don't know what he's doing here.
Trying to pull up the
The Ashlar building
Ashlar building.
in reference to 9/11
hmm
in New York.
It had just come up.
So he says the Ashlar was there, that they constructed the Ashlar next to the, I guess I would call it Ground Zero now.
Ground Zero is right next to it. Is looking at the transition from one world to the next. They pull off 9/11, switches the world into reality, into
Into terrorist mode.
that's it, or terrorist
afraid.
mode, or fear mode, control. We got you now. Give us all your liberties.
Very fucking
Or
money
your
as well.
your money as well. Let's you know what? I'm gonna fucking end the this broadcast and switch to the phone broadcast.
Anybody's listening, join us.
We'll be back.